cliche at graduations across the country. As simple of a phrase from a funny little book, this quote is very true. From this point on, we will be nudged out of the school into the big world like baby birds from their nest. But we won't hit the ground. Our wings will unfold and off into the wild blue yonder we will venture. We have learned fundamentals such as the history of Walton from Mr. Dake and how to properly dissect a cat from Mr. Sarah. These facts will surely help us out in life. From the time I walked through the doors of Vestal High School, I knew these were going to be amazing years. Events such as Spring Fling, Tiger Roast, KB, and one of my favorites, Spirit Week, have made our time together fly by. As boring as our daily lives may seem, what other school has teachers on YouTube showing off their feats of strength? Or what other school has their walls made of whiteboard? At what other school are you given the worst choice of whether or not you should open the Alaska box? There is truly no other school that will inform you of the dangers of sloth bears, and where else can you hear Mr. Harkavy lay a pretty mean rap? This school has taught us to put away the classic Macarena and electric slide, and to forever do the Cotton Eye Joe and the booty drop. Throughout these past years, as different as we all may be, we have learned to come together. We held each other's hands as beloved friends, such as Tim Cahan, Mrs. Infantonino, and Teresa Cartosa were taken from us. We all stood and watched as floods raged through New Orleans, as well as our own homes. Even all the way back to 9/11, we've been there for each other. But this is not a time to dwell on the sad, but to remember all those times we laughed and giggled. To remember what we're leaving behind, and where we grew up and matured. We've watched our beloved Pluto be demoted, our Mr. Clean governor not really be so clean, and have survived 8 years of President George W. Bush.
My girl.
We've grown up with phenomenons such as Pokemon, Wishbone, Mr. Rogers, Lamb Chops, the Ninja Turtles, and the Power Rangers. Bill Nye has taught us everything about science, while Captain Planet shows how to bring pollution down to zero. We grew up with Reading Rainbow, Rugrats, and Doug. Books like Goosebumps, The Babysitter's Club, and I Spy captivated us. We spent all day collecting Pogs and Beanie Babies, playing with Silly Putty, Furbies, and Slip and Slide. We have graduated from games like Heads Up, 7-Up, and Red Light, Green Light. Truly, we know what it means to be a child in the 90s. In our lifetime came the start of the X-rating, Spielberg's first Oscar, Napster, and AIM. We've seen Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction and Martha Stewart's arrest. We've seen the death of our beloved Crocodile Hunter and Ray Charles. We've seen the boom of the Now CDs and reality TV. Those Giants have won, those evil Red Sox too. We've seen the death of the Pope and the final Harry Potter book be brought to life. Saddam Hussein has been convicted and executed, and we've also seen Mel Gibson's big arrest. Take the time to think about these last 18-odd years. Remember when the first day of school was the best, and the last was tragic. When you were excited about walking over the catwalk, or your huge fear of that dreaded mile run. We learned to make it home careers, as well as how to make our own clipboards and technology. We all stood together in protest of the leaving of Mr. Gargel, even though we too were leaving. Together, Mr. Reese taught us how to drive or how not to drive. Our class created clubs like Writer's Block and Fashion Club. We survived the construction and have rocked not only Talent Fest, but our very own high school musicals. And above all, we have the New York State soccer champs. As we look back, there's nothing to say, but that I am proud to be a Vestal graduate, and I survived sheep brains in the ranch dressing. World, here we come. Graduating class of 08!
Go, Caitlin!